because you were right at that threshold of juvenile, and you're
Well, actually, man, I was a juvenile. Every other state is instituting it. And Lawrence Steinberg and Ruben Gould study said to the age of 25, you can't refute science. There's no way to combat science. If it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander, as they say, the gander. Um, so all they did was shut it down because they know a floodgate was going to be open for everybody. When
right,
you got a $3
right,
billion budget put on a Department of Corrections, and this is building up communities in rural areas and stuff like that. A lot of people coming in and out. The lifers staying in, being warehouse. So it's gonna be a major check on their behalf. They know I was a kid, bro. Like I said to you the other day, Michigan just upped it from 18 to 19 to 20 with the idea of it going to 25. You
right.
can't even be the president of the United States until you're 35 years old. And they said the age of 25 without mitigating factors. So for a player like me, I'm a drug baby. That's a premature drug baby. And I was on Ritalin and medication as a child for psychological underdevelopment. So, like they know, I was a baby, man.
But mitigating factor, it means less harshened as opposed to aggregating factors. So,
Yes,
right.
sir.
Like
Yes, sir,
the
man.
defense attorneys are supposed to bring up these mitigating factors when you're sentenced, and the district
Yeah,
attorney brings up aggregating factors, and it's the judge then
absolutely.
makes the final determination. And yeah, you're right. And recently, it's been determined that because it's based on like the brain development, and a juvenile is I mean, there's classes to it, ages from 6 to 12, 12, I think 12 to 14, 14 to 16, 16 to 18, 18 to 20, and it goes up to 25. 25 is where a person's brain and mentality is considered fully developed. And
Yes,
a lot
sir.
of states are adopting that as part of their sentencing guidelines because I mean, especially in today's era, because a lot of us, I mean, we're not getting educated correctly. We're not getting raised
No,
correctly. A lot of our
no.
dads are in prison from back from during the Clinton and Bush administration where they scooped up everybody, threw them in prison. I mean, those were our dads, and you
One of
left.
the craziest things too, when you said Clinton, is Hillary Clinton was one of the ones that instituted this super predator terminology,
Yeah,
which was a disposition towards juveniles. And he
right.
was saying that these young kids are super predators, and they did all of that. But one of the most craziest things that ever is how you got Pennsylvania had more juvenile lifers in here than the whole world put together collectively, yet we not doing anything to change the science. And when you was talking about science, the first person was Lawrence Steinberg, but the Department of Corrections and the government hired Ruben Gore, thinking that he was going to combat the science, and all he did was concur with it. So everything he was saying was heavy.
Right.
And I'm an adopted child, so I never met my mom. I'm 44 years old. I never met my biological mother or my biological father until this day, right now.
Did your attorney use that for mitigating factors? Did he even raise?
They didn't use, bro. They didn't use anything.
I
It was
know
just,
a lot of attorneys didn't.
yeah, bro. It was. I can't even remember any legal defense that was geared towards me. Like the whole thing was that I wasn't complicit on this thing. I ran out before it even transpired, meaning the murder still didn't mean anything. None of those things meant anything. It was all right. Look, we got a whole group of kids because everybody was kids, and we'll give them all life sentences, man. And they did. One of my co-defendants got resentenced though because he was 17 years old. Everybody else was 18 and 19. It was just all babies, man. Essentially, man.
How long ago was that you were sentenced?
Well, I've been in jail 27 years, so That's how long I've been in jail, man. 27 years. I'm 44 years old. And I am in prison, man. This is not a rite of passage. It's been a very tumultuous day for me, man. Very hard on my soul and spirit. It still is. Albeit we on the precipice of some good things. It's still heavy on my soul and spirit, man. I done lost so much.
It's hard to
Not even.
it's hard to even imagine because I'm 40 and I'm trying to think back when I was 18. You know, so for everything I've done since I was 18, and I mean, and you still got 4 years on me. That's the time you've been in there.
Right.
That's a long time.
Like, I can't even remember my disposition at all, bro. I just was a kid, man. I was just lost, and one of the saddest things, you know, I like to be honest. They say that a lie is only necessary when the truth is felt dangerous. So I want to be very honest, man. Like, unfortunately, they had instituted in me that I wasn't going to live to 18, or that jail was going to be a rite of passage. It wasn't like really an anomaly to come to jail, or die.
Right.
Everybody was dying or going to jail, and you would think that would bring some type of consciousness up, but unfortunately, man, we just keep following on their road like idiots because it's a design, man.
What
A hopeless kid.
what area did you grow up in?
Hunting Park, Badland area. So,
Yeah.
like, yeah. And I'd be remiss if I ain't say this out loud, too, man. Free my brother, Cal Little. I love him very much. He's wrongfully convicted. He should be going to court soon, man. Cal Little, y'all.
Where's he at right now?
He's here. He's right here. He helps facilitate. We have a mentoring program together called the Real Rap Program, Restorative Art Program. And anytime I'm getting any good positive energy, I feel like it's only right that I lift my brother up and venerate him. Love him very much, man. He deserves to be free. He has a wife. He has children. And he's wrongfully convicted, and they finally realized that they still give him a hard time. All they need goes to court in a few months, so...
You know what day?
And if I'm not mistaken, he goes in June, but they said they might postpone it because he had to just change lawyers. So hopefully in June he goes, but hopefully be getting that rhythm in like August.
Well, that's right around the corner. Hey, you
Man, after 20-something years, man. Crazy story, right?
Yeah, go ahead, tell his.
Well, this is the truth of the matter. I was mentoring him with his brother, my brother Hick, Tyree Little, who unfortunately passed away. Me and him was mentoring him through correspondence, trying to save him from coming to jail, and he still came to freaking jail, man. And finally he's getting some justice, man. Finally they seeing that he was wrongfully convicted, man. And he's a good brother. He deserves a second chance, like so many other people. Sometimes, man, we always be selfish, and I think about money, but I feel like they don't get us nowhere. And I sit back and watch a lot of brothers do that. And this is why I created that petition, bro.
On change.
The Derek Lee case.
On the change.org.
Yeah, man, change.org. They can find it on my Facebook, which is Matthew Garcia, or my Instagram, Matt Raw _1980. But I did that for the men. Whenever, you know, too much is required, and because I have some type of awareness now, man, I'm not no anomaly. There's a lot of innocent young men in here. There's a lot of beautiful souls in here. Some that was wrongfully convicted, and some individuals that just got a raw deal like myself. I'm never going to say that I was an angel because I wasn't. However, man, I didn't kill anybody.
Right.
I got a life sentence, man. How could people sit at home knowing that I could have been your baby? I could be your son or your husband.
Father. Right.
Right, your father, your community member. I'm one of them people, and this ain't been easy on my soul, Mark. It's not been heavy on my spirit, man. You experienced this.
You're right. And I know from being in there, you know, you can sort of determine who's who you know, especially after, you know, so much time in there, you start to learn to pick up on personalities, and you can sort of judge people's character by the way they carry themselves. You know who's an
Right.
animal, who's a gangster,
Right.
who's a victim, and
Right.
who's in there to make a difference. And I know, I mean, because I've read a lot of stuff that you've done, and I mean, your name, I've heard your name so many times on different things you've done in 27 years. Like, you've made some changes, and that sort of speaks for itself. I mean, it should demonstrate that this isn't the person that you guys are saying he is, right? I mean, what? Well,
I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I had an opportunity to do things, but I really want you again. You know, honesty is a great policy for me. So when I first came to jail, man, it was very, very savage. Like, man, like imagine being a little boy and you
27.
around the people that did kill people. Like I'm really around it. They're not the ones that was pretending, and there is nowhere to run. There is no hiding. We all in close proximity to each other. So I guess for survival purposes, man, I had to like convince myself, man, I'm a G, man, I'm a gangster, man. I ain't gonna be victimized in here, and for a long period of time, man, I was um, aggressively traversing the carceral system.
well, 27 years ago, that was in the 90s, and I mean, I in the 90s, prison was a different game. I mean, nobody can say prison is. I mean, prison is still violent now, and you know, but it's sort of separated. Certain prisons are more violent than others. But back then in the 90s, I mean, I was a child, and I remember hearing the stories. I remember Graterford getting locked down, the FBI raiding it because,
Yeah.
I mean, survival of the fittest.
Times in Graterford, like literally,
Right.
they found a brick of cocaine in that institution. But
Right.
the crazy thing is, like in the world, you get to like hide. There's no hiding in this joint, man.
Right.
So what you thought I was gonna be on, I wasn't gonna be allowing myself to be victimized. So I mean, I stayed there regrettably, and I don't use no excuses because I've been trying to make adjustments for a very long period of time. They didn't offer me anything, bro. Like, you've been here. Only 10% of any long-term lifer can occupy any vocational educational setting
Right.
or get any good job or do anything to show rehabilitation. You just warehouse. But I had to really find it deep in my spirit that I don't want to be this, man. I don't want to die here. And I don't want to be regarded as some jailhouse gangster, even a gangster in general, man. I want to be regarded as a venerable man that's due respect on account of my character, that wasn't scared to make change, that wasn't scared to stand up to be a difference, even by example, to show that people like, look, man, when you dream big, you can do things even from behind the prison walls. Writing books, publish author, creating programs, but the most important thing is that I'm helping change lives, like the players that was in here that didn't have no big brothers, or like you said, a father, or any male example of something different, man. Like, I wanted to be there, and that's why I was able to accomplish a lot. I just got a drive and an indomitable spirit now when I was able to like manage my pain and hurt a little bit, because I'm still in pain, man. I lost everything.
I love
Autonomy.
I love listening to the things that you've done. I mean, and hearing them from other people. You know, oh, Matt did this, he's done that, and it's like, dang, man, he's doing more good than bad, and that's somebody who deserves a chance in the community. I mean,
Yeah.
you want to explain some of the things you've done in there?
Alright, so first and foremost, my most proudest accomplishment is
Right.
I survived.
Right.
So I had to put that at the top, and I ain't dead. And I didn't do any compromising things in here in regards to hurting myself physically, albeit I was ignorant. But so I was able to accomplish a lot of educational pursuits. I've did courses with St. Joseph's University where they had my poetry and art hanging up in their English department library. I went to Villanova, got not a degree, but a course in it. I've created the first literacy program at Widener University between a prison and a college, which was called the Expression Center, helping individuals how to read and write. I got a 4.0 grade point average in Bryn Mawr. We made them give us credits opposed to it just being a certificate.
Right. I remember when that started.
I work for a reentry parole agent now, which I help everybody go home that's coming through this institution that's worried about reentry. I facilitated a recovery unit helping 100 and some dudes slide. Created my own mentoring program that's now a non-profit, which is the Real Rap program. I got scholarships for at-risk youth with Councilman Kenyatta Johnson and State Representative Ronald Waters. I got another scholarship with the Right to Redemption. I'm a published author with a book on Amazon and Barnes & Noble called Raw Reflections. I write heavy poetry. I became a husband under these conditions. Albeit there is, I guess, a disenfranchisement in my marriage because this became too heavy on someone that was supporting me. I've helped mothers of gun violence victims. There's so much.
I know. That's a list right there.
Mark, I got a cat too, by the way. I'm a feline.
Yeah.
I got a baby, man, fur baby. Shout out to Lil Mama.
Okay. Are you now? I mean, appeal wise, I mean, is there light at the end of the tunnel in your eyes? Is there a commutation in? What's your future looking like? You think?
Commutation ain't realistic to an individual like me. With only 27 years in, they want you to have like 50 in and be old and geriatric. But yes, they's like, bro, the PA Supreme Court is any day ruling on a Derek Lee case, which is arguing the constitutionality of mandatory life sentences under people with second degree. And plus, I was only 18 years old, so yeah, absolutely. And from what I'm being told, I'm on the verge of going home, my brother. It just ain't real until I see it.
Right.
Got a legal team that helps. And it's very supportive, and yeah, there's light, and I'm creating lights, but I don't appeal. I had the most corrupt district attorney in the history of Philadelphia, which was Roger King.
Yeah, this is in the late '90s.
Orders coming out to me, nothing.
Yeah, that was a bad time in Philadelphia. All these stories the majority stem from Philadelphia, from the mid '90s to the mid 2000 or 2010s. I mean, right when I can't even tell you when they started to clean it up, started mopping up the police districts. I mean, they still got some cleaning to do, and they can't forget. Yeah, right, and they can't forget about the people like you. Let's not forget about all those people that are still in there who deserve their cases reevaluated. And even though the PCRA they have that time limit, these people like you, Matt, shouldn't be affected by that time bar.
Charged of second degree, man. I didn't even have a gun.
So you're
I got a life sentence, and I didn't touch, harm anyone. I was just there, and I ran out before the murder even transpired, which was, by the way, a wrestling match. So they say that you should never attribute to malice what you can attribute to ignorance. So, albeit that you should be out here committing crime. This wasn't no premeditated, intentional taking of a life, man. It was ignorant kids, blind, high, in a wrestling match over a firearm. Somebody unfortunately lost their life, and I'm also a major advocate for victims, man, because I've been victimized, bro. Like, it's not like I ain't never experienced being harmed or shot or robbed and all these different things. I survived all of it. So yeah, man.
27
Thinking about
years.
it in general, yeah.
I mean, do you know the number of how many people are in prison right now who have, for serving the rest of their lives, who have never harmed a person? It's in the thousands,
Yeah,
man.
there's over 700 that didn't actually have a weapon, but people with second degree. There was 1,126 that was charged with it initially. Some of them died. Some of them were juvenile lifers that went home. But it's over 700 individuals that might have been a lookout, might have been in the car, wasn't in the same place, didn't know what was transpiring. Similar to why Derek Lee is getting the rhythm that he's getting. A younger man that they seen potential in his case. He didn't have these gray hairs like I got now. And they seen someone that could make the change. But they know that once it's unconstitutional for him, it's unconstitutional for all of us. But
Right.
how you live in a society where it's only 2 states that do this? So Louisiana and Pennsylvania. So you're telling me in all these other states I could kill somebody and go home into 20 years, 15 years, 10 years, 5 to 10 years. But yet you didn't kill anybody. You didn't meet the juvenile limit that they set it to, and you're only 18. So you got to spend the rest of your life in jail? Are you crazy?
How old exactly were you when this incident happened? Because you had just turned 18, right?
18.
18.
18. I just for a few weeks, yeah.
For a few weeks.
Yeah, my birthday is in November. I got locked up in December, bro. Like this is it. This is facts. I'm not here to promote any actual innocence. If it wasn't that, I don't waste people's time. I'm too much of a person that wants to make change. I'm literally telling everybody that's listening, I have a life sentence and I didn't kill anyone. How can people digest that without it being like painful? Like, no matter what.
Right.
And I got almost 30 years in jail. So to say, all right, man, Matthew Garcia deserves some time. You said almost 30 years. You saying the loss of everything. You saying no constitutional right to education or rehabilitation because I got a life sentence. Look up the laws of what's transpiring. Look up the laws of what really exists, that a lifer or individuals that's inhabitants of the carceral system have no constitutional right to rehabilitation or none of these things. Albeit they sell to the public, amen, these $3 billion we want annually is going to go into rehabilitating men. There's a lot of things, especially in this institution, that has rehabilitative medicinal purposes. I'll say that. But I'm the one talking to the youngins that didn't make their mind up about going back out there and being killers. I'm the one that's hugging these shorties and these young men when they're getting the death notice that one of their brothers was killed or their children was shot and all of that stuff, bro. That's what I'm doing. They don't offer that here.
Right.
They offer a lot of stuff that's, you've been here. You know the robotic tutors they're giving you.
I mean, for you, that's
a little bit different, though.
That's why I'm impressed with everything you did, because I know it's a battle to get any education in there when you're a long-termer.
You know, if you were the one that was going home, so imagine you jockeying for positioning. The Justice Institute policy says that there's a 67.3% percentage of people that recidivize, meaning dudes that go home within 2 to 3 years, they coming back with a new crime.
Right.
So they got all these things set up and people coming back in, but the dudes that's warehouse, man, they want you just to mop and buff floors and clean tables and do all of these different things, but you ain't encouraging me to, hey man, educate myself. And you know, like I know,
when I first
education is the thing that changed perspective, bro.
When when I first got upstate, I signed up to be an electrician because I thought, all right, I'll do my life over. Maybe I'll do a vocation. And I mean, they waited a decade until they called me in, and I forgot. Even the teacher said, "Hey, I'm sorry, I forgot you were even on this list, but you're coming up for parole in a few years." I said, "Yeah, man, yeah, I'm up for parole. What? Can you fast track me?" He said, "Man, I can. If you can learn this stuff quick, I'll give you your degree." I mean that my story is a little crazy too at the end though. But that whole time that I'm sitting in prison, any education that I acquired, I had to acquire myself. I had to order the books. My family had to order those books.
There you go.
Same thing with you. And 27 years. That ain't right. And now it's coming down to that Derek Lee case, and a lot of people don't understand or even know about this Derek Lee case, but it's based on the second-degree murder, which is like you. There's mothers, brothers, fathers, sisters, sons, daughters in prison right now for the rest of their lives without parole for a crime. For looking out for a crime where they didn't even harm anybody. It's called felony murder, and it's just they were at the scene of the crime. It's basically associated. If your friend is going in to steal, or you guys go into a store and your motive is to steal a pack of bubble gum, he happens to pull out a knife and kill somebody, you're getting a life sentence too. And that's what happened to a lot of young kids.
Felony murder, Mark, is also this, because I got to make sure the public understands.
Right, go ahead.
It was created in England and abolished. There's only 2 states that instituted, again, Louisiana and Pennsylvania. But let me let you in on something that the people do not know. Say me and you went into the store to rob it, Mark, and the store owner killed me, Mark. They give you the life sentence. That's what felony murder is, bro. It's like, come on, man. You are responsible for telepathy. That I gotta control your mind or be able to read your mind and understand your thought patterns or see the future that something transpires like a wrestling match over a firearm and someone dies. Now again, it's a lot of people gonna be like, man, crime is crime and victims are victims, and I understand that. So I don't want to be on here having dialectics about people being victims and ignorant. I was an ignorant child, and I'm not going to repudiate that. I'll say that out loud. However, my guys, women, ladies and gentlemen, people, listeners, I didn't kill anyone. It's a design for you to fail, man. I live in one of the most violent areas in my city. All it was violence and ignorance. I became a black belt in martial arts as a young pup, right? I had potential. The martial arts school was in my area. I also did ROTC, right? I had potential to be greater than just a prisoner. But I had no mentors. Then I walk out the martial arts school into an area where it's all murder and mayhem, and I'm influenced by that, literally stepping out of this joint. I'm also living in a household with people that was in pain, man. Like, my folks was in pain. Like, one thing was, it's an alcoholic. People that adopted me, not my mother, but my father. My sister had cancer. My oldest sibling, brother, my nobody, by the way, is non-biological, had been left. And I'm dealing with all of this, man. That's myself. What do you got in trying to step out of my house? Into what? Into a jungle, essentially.
Right.
So with that being said, attribute that to some of my thinking and behavioral traits, the way I'm moving and grooving. And anybody that comes to jail, and you know it like I know it, that's trying to make change. And I'm telling the people, if I could be a better asset to my community, because I'm a leader, and I'm not scared to step up to the plate to help our babies, even our adults, to see life differently, right? If I'm willing to do that, and I am doing it from the kid, from jail, imagine what I could do in the world. So
right.
Like, just the circumstance a surreptitious thing. My change is loud. Unfortunately for us, a lot of people go home from this, and we do have some individuals that are stepping up to the plate, and shout out to a lot of them. But it's a lot of folks that forgot about this because it's a nightmare. So how the hell and little old Matthew Garcia, that didn't have no buzz, that didn't even have social media, create a petition that everybody under the sun, even people with first degree, should be supporting, because this is the low hanging fruit. Once we create change and eradicate this second degree thing, then we start putting a major eye on this degree thing. Then we start looking at these other issues. So my change is methodical as well. And I support anything that's going to make a difference in here. If I'm supporting dudes that's going home that ain't never going to look back for me, come on, man. If I'm supporting individuals with addiction issues, then come on, man. If I'm supporting people that are just looking for jobs, and I gave dudes jobs too on the streets, that's facts.
Right.
I gave dudes jobs. I created, again, scholarships for not my baby, for other people's babies, to make a difference. Motivated by nature. Give me some liberty. Let me get a little Chick-fil-A in my belly. That's what I'm being inspired to do. I also created some companies too, by the way. I got a landscaping company, even though it ain't in fruition. I created a fitness company called Penitentiary Fit, because I do personal training with mentorship, and my nonprofit. My intention is to fly home and do mentoring and life coaching with recovery and fitness all ingratiated in it. I want to do all of that. And I already got the ball rolling. They just got to open these doors for me, man.
Right.
Once I'm liberated, we're going to try to liberate more men and inspire a whole culture.
I mean, and it comes down to this Derek Lee case, and really our governor. Our governor has the ability to make these changes. I mean, he pardons. He can. There was, I don't know. Did you? What's that?
Shapiro put an amicus brief in.
I read Shapiro's.
Yeah, look. So I'm in the victims amicus brief. If you look up the victims joints, I'm the Matthew that they were speaking about. It's quiet. It's quiet support. We need to, like, man, look. They need to raise their voices.
Right. How long has that Derek Lee been in the Supreme Court? Since
almost a year. They said by June. So now the legislators is supposed to come in and meet with us on the 23rd. Everybody was second degree here, but they said, we got him. Again, Mark, you gotta show me the money.
right.
Don't tell me about it. Like, I got such bad anxiety. Even just thinking about it, like all the time they were saying, first it was supposed to be 4 months, 120 days. Then they said 6 months, and now it keeps going up. But
It's.
I feel like
I know that feeling.
it ain't enough energy on it.
It's trauma. It's traumatizing because you keep getting your hopes up. I mean, after a certain amount of time, it's like there is no way to really get your hopes up. I mean, I don't remember what it's like to cry, because certain feelings just dissipated from my mentality, from my mind. That's what time does to you. That's what the corruption does to you. That constant beating on you. Hope, here's some hope, and then take it away from you. It's
What's wild is, bro, you know what I mean? And anybody that know me, that love me, I used to didn't cry either, man, but now I almost can't stop crying. You even invoking emotion now, I almost can't stop crying. Like, the most trivial thing hit me the hardest. It's like, all I want to do is have autonomy, man. I want to be normal. I want to be loved back.
yeah,
I
that's
have relationships that's not, they don't say, man, well, you in jail and it's just too hard. I'm tired of being betrayed. I'm tired of having to depend on everybody, even just for a click of a button, man.
right.
I'm tired of not having no voice. I'm tired of
forget. I mean, there's nobody that can put themselves in your shoes. I can't even with the time that I have in, it's hard to fathom, because you're in there since you were a kid. That's like yeah, from high school right to prison, and now you're a grown man.
By the way, I was enrolled in high school still, Mark.
So taken right out of high school, you're in probably 11th, 12th grade to prison. And in the 90s, prison in the 90s was no joke. Anybody who made it through that time, I mean, deserves some sort of credit. And not only just made it through that time, but has made a change, made a difference in themselves. That's amazing, Matt.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
I know it's something.
Murder in here, man. I witnessed people killing themselves, people getting killed, people being raped, people being starved, people being forgotten. And I also witnessed some greatness in here too, because it was some men that have been great under these conditions, behind these lines, have been great, exceptional human beings. But I witnessed a lot, and I know I'm gonna have to continue therapy upon my release because of the pain. I know people probably gonna look at me strange that I'm eating food and probably crying. Getting vagina for the first time outside of this situation, I'm probably gonna cry. People will look at me like, "Oh, you crazy," but it's just like, "Oh my God."
Oh, Matt, listen, so much is different. I was up next to a car when I first got out, and for like the first few months, I thought it was a new trend that people would turn their cars off, and when the light turned green, they would turn their engines back on. And finally, I asked somebody, why is everybody doing that? I mean, I don't feel comfortable with doing that because that's going to ruin my starter. And they said, no, that's the way cars are made now. At the red light, they shut off, and when you push on the gas pedal, they turn back on. I mean, the world has changed. But when you get out, there's a lot of groups, and I've talked to a lot of them that will help you reintegrate. I mean, you've even started some in there, so we just got to reincorporate that. We just got to move you from the position in there to out here. And I mean that.
Yeah, I just think people will have to have a whole lot of tissue for me because, my God, man, I'm gonna be the thought of freedom, man, and the thought of being able to have a little bit of normalcy, bro, to help some of these babies. Man, like, to be of service to some people, to love and be loved back without any worries that you're gonna betray me, man, or that I don't know what's going on, man. That I think, oh my God, bro. And also just to just be a leader, man. Like, wake up and show that, man. This is me. This is like, I'm motivated. I'm inspired to be different. It's not a jailhouse thing. I didn't create this ceremonious disposition, this behavior that's appropriate to this circumstance. I created a disposition that's appropriate to the world. This is the same thing you're doing too, man. It's a big shout out to you, bro. Whatever your reason is, and I feel like you are genuine and that you're giving a voice to somebody. That makes us family.
Right.
I say that when anybody gives me an opportunity to be heard, man, that makes us family, man. We connected. And I mean that, bro. It's not about this moment. We are connected. That you gave me an opportunity to be heard on your platform in your time. And the gift of that, I know it's a gift, bro. And you don't owe me anything, and no one does.
I mean, there's a lot of you guys deserve to get out, and sooner than later. I mean, it's been my goal. I started studying law in 2016 when I was in there, and I mean, reading case law is where I really started discerning the corruption. You deserve a second chance. Absolutely. And I know when this conversation's done, I was thinking about it, man. I remember those visits, and especially those emotional visits. What the rest of your day is going to be like. Just sitting there thinking about the world. Actually, I can't even imagine what you would be thinking about because you've been in there 27 years. That's
I want to drop this on you, man. You know I'm a poet, so
go ahead.
I express myself poetically, and I think it's fitting. So this joint is called Trying to Dream. So fighting every day, searching for the combination to the locks that got me chained down. I considered every damn thing under the sun except lay down, hoping I get free to fill hearts and place crowns on the heads of young kings with their guns up and their domes down. It's so disgusting when our own brothers are clutching, and there's no discussion, just firearms erupting, snake waves and corruption. Everybody recording the nightmares, but many are stopping nothing. This is calculated eyes, not those that are assumptive. They see the bleeding and all the horrors. This is a created design, not no karma, which promises now, not tomorrow. That's why the caged bird sings his sorrows. Are you listening? Are the painted pictures riveting? Are they hitting your souls, or are you pivoting? Are you receiving what I'm delivering? Cold truths, even in heated times, have me shivering. Anxiety high off and cry, this reality is triggering. Even after all this time, I couldn't just be a citizen. I gotta go hard to make change with my heart, brilliance, and diligence. Tattoos of losses for remembrance. This control plan is stolen innocence. Yet saying I'm a victim doesn't bring about no benefits. War zone, broken homes, and indigence. An assault rifle, a few words can make us indolent. Scared, let down with the struggle, I'm still in it. You have to be dead or absolutely numb if you're not feeling it. And you look that strange because you wear no uniform, but you militant. Because you fight the system, temptation, and ignorance. And you trying to dream. But being woke sometimes is killing it.
Wow, that's deep, Matt.
Free all the real, man. It's Matthew Garcia on Facebook, man. It's MattRaw _ 1980 on Instagram. It's a change.org petition.
What's the change.org petition for?
It's for the Derek Lee case to give eligibility for parole for individuals serving sentences of second degree. So essentially, we gotta earn our way out. It's not that they just letting us out, but we showed rehabilitative efforts and measures, and we earned our way out. Not that they just opened the door and we are liberated and emancipated. We just got a chance.
Right.
So I'm just asking you all to give me a chance to come home and to be a difference, more of a difference than I was here. This ain't no place for no man, man. I am a prisoner, and I know it. Thank you so much, Mark, man.
No problem, Matt.
God bless you in your efforts and affairs, man. And you are a gift and a jewel, man. Thank you for what you're doing for the net, man. Real talk, man. It takes a real man to do what you're doing, man.
I appreciate that.
I appreciate that, bro.
I ain't gonna stop until it's done.